Hey there, David Hoff here. Today, I wanted to share how to advertise your business for as little as $1.36 a day. And the reason I'm doing this is I just had a customer call me and said they just opened up their showroom or their business on Saturdays, and nobody really knows that they're open on Saturdays because they haven't done that for years. So they're wondering, how do they get more people to know they're there so they come in the door? And my answer off the top of my head is just Facebook ads in doing a radius. So a mile radius of the business, you can do a Facebook ad. I typically commit $5 to that ad. And there's a couple of different things you got to do there, but I typically commit $5 to it. On average, I'll just give you two scenarios. So one was a salon that was doing an event one night, and this salon was over on East Way. So we did the mile of their salon and started the ad as the event opened. So that is because as soon as the ad gets approved, it's going to go out. So you may want to get the ad approved early and then pause it and then turn it back on when your event starts so that you don't have to wait on Facebook to approve anything. A lot of times it's fast, but sometimes it's not, so that could bite you. But anyway, my radius, and that happened to include the Hamilton Plates area, so there were quite a few people out there, obviously. And we just ran the ad and said this event was going on. Bottom line was that place got full. The event was successful. Lots of people coming in saying, we were just over there at the mall and saw this was going on, so we thought we'd come in. The next scenario I have for you was actually a personal one. It was my father-in-law. We were running an estate sale, trying to sell his stuff in his house. And we ran from the night before. I started an ad. I think it was at 8:00 in the evening. I'm not 100% sure about that. But anyway, I started an ad and I ran that one. It was either a 5 or 7 mile radius of the home to everybody, just letting people know that there was an estate sale and it was starting at 11:00 on a Saturday. And it went through to, I think we did it through 3:00. So 4 hours for the estate sale. And bottom line, and I ran that ad, like I said, starting the night before, just so that people would see it and some people would know about it the day before. And then also I continued to run the ad through while we were there. Oh, I didn't tell you prices, did I? How much I paid? I'll get there. But the estate sale that we did wound up being a complete success again. Lots of people coming in, milling about. And like I said, the estate sale was successful. People bought most everything that we expected they would buy anyway. You know how estate sales are, some stuff nobody wants. But anyway, we collect our treasures throughout our lives, and they're our treasures. They might not be somebody else's. But that said, the event that I did for the business over there on East Frank Road, that one, I believe it was right at $1.50. Like I said, I committed $5 to it, but as I ran it, as soon as the event was over, I went and I shut down the ad, and it wound up, I got billed like $1.50. And that's not exact money, but it was right there at $1.50. The estate sale was exactly $1.36, I believe. It was $1.36, $1.37 that I spent to get all those people in, and sold a lot, made a lot of money that day. And the Facebook ads, they work if you run them strategically. And like I said, this method of running this Facebook ad is, so let me just give you steps. It's, first of all, go ahead and get the ads set up and approved early. So maybe a day or two before, so you make sure you got it approved. Once it's approved, go in, pause that campaign. And then once whatever your event is, if you want people to come in on Saturday, like this business over here, you just go turn it on at that particular time. So if you're opening up at 8 o'clock in the morning, you turn an ad on, it's going to immediately go out to everybody within the radius that you're at. And also you get to choose whether, I don't want to get too technical, but you do get to choose whether it's residents, non-residents, whatever. I wouldn't care in this case because the money's so little. And if a non-resident comes in and buys something from you, great, it's just more money. So that's how to do that. There are a couple of things you do have to think about. Like I said, first one, make sure you got the ad approved early. And then the other thing you have to think about is how far out will people come for this event? So if you're a business, and Chattanooga is getting really congested nowadays, maybe they'll come 5 miles, maybe they won't. I don't know. That's something you have to kind of determine is how far out do you want to go? Again, the money is not much. So it's not, even if you spent the full $5, if you make a sale for 100, 200, or 1,000 or more, probably worth the $5. So that's it. Anyway, I wanted to make this video before it kind of slipped my mind as I was talking to them, I thought I need to make a video for this because so many businesses could prosper. I know the businesses downtown, a lot of they're making the multi-use, where the businesses around the bottom, they're residents living on top in the apartments. If those businesses ran these ads daily, I recall there was a cookie shop, I can't remember, I think it was Chattanooga Cookie Shop, something like that, down on Fraser Avenue. They went out of business. If they had run this ad, and it's because nobody really knew they were there. I mean, you got this little tiny thing, very little signage. It's hard to get people in and see. People are really busy nowadays. They're on their phone. They're not looking. So you got to get to them. And if you can get to them on the phone, even better. If you ran that ad, and just say you ran $5 a day, how many cookies could that lady have sold? I don't know the answer to that. We didn't get to try it. She went out of business. I never did talk to her. I didn't even know the business was there until she was out of business. So, but my point is there's a lot of people in Chattanooga that are in a congested area right now. And you can market to every one of those people that's on Facebook. It can also go to Instagram. So you're getting, medium, young-ish. I don't want to offend anybody. I'm older, so it doesn't matter to me. I don't get offended, but some people might. If you're 30 and up, say you're going to easily reach that demographic through Facebook and Instagram. If you've got a younger demographic that you want to get to, do this on TikTok. It would work the same way. I believe TikTok's got the radius, although I haven't personally run that on TikTok. So I don't know. But I know you can do it on Instagram and Facebook. Give it a try. Somebody's going to come in, but the worst thing that can happen is you're going to spend $5 and say, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about. The best that can happen is you're going to spend a little over $1 and you're going to make a lot of sales and say, hey, that guy knows what he's talking about. Maybe I should go ask him some more questions. If that's the case, let me know. I'd be happy to talk to you about your business. There's a lot of different things we do with our momentum marketing system to make sure that once those people see you, that they come through, they get, if you make a sale, you get repeat sales and convert the client and all that. But anyway, that's a different day and a different video. Hope this video finds you well, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya.